activities to celebrate exceptional Ghanaian products and services, we're organizing a 2-day pop-up shop and sales exhibition, the Ghana Independence Fair, happening on the 26th and 27th of March 2022 at MX24, Silicon Square, Boundary Road, East Legon. It'll be 2 days of sales exhibitions, workshops, pitch sessions, a food fair, and open-air concert. Get your stand now. Exhibit and benefit from a month-long exclusive promotional package for Ghanaian-owned businesses. Visit mx24online.com to register your business now. You can also call 055 0500 555 or 024 235 5956. The Ghana Independence Fair on the 26th and 27th of March. Buy Ghana to grow Ghana. If you're into content production for digital or TV, say hello to the MX24 Studios. We're the prime location for your music video shoots, live productions, TV shows, and more. From state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K and a variety of the best lighting equipment guaranteed to put life into your sets. Locate us on the first floor of the Silicon House building off the Boundary Road, East Legon. Give us a call on 024 235 5956 or 054 454 8612. You can also email us at info@mx24gh.com.
Need the best of in-depth analysis, top personality interviews, trending and breaking news all come your way. I'll be serving you with football conversations, life-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations, all on Off the Cuff. Join me, Derek Aim, this and every Monday to Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. only on MX24 TV.
No topic is off limits. The pain of experiencing a miscarriage is something that can crumple your world. We're talking postpartum bodies and everything in between. And they share their story on their battle with infertility. The touching stories of the African woman rolls before you.
I was disappointed in God, in life, in myself.
How many losses have you had?
After that, we had 4 more.
What?
I shouted, I said,
we lost vision, we lost any sound beyond crying.
Our mistakes, advices, regrets, real stories, and more on We Got This Africa. Na Ashako and her intriguing panel serve you real experiences of the African woman. We Got This Africa.
We got this.
Hello, welcome back to Spotlight. Thank you for staying. Some national service personnel have been calling for the scheme's managers to pay their allowances. They say their allowances are in arrears of some 5 months, and they haven't been paid since October 2021. According to them, although the 559 Ghana cedis allowances that they are paid is woefully inadequate, it still helps if they're able to receive early disbursement. They also claim there is a lot of economic hardship that they are facing, and disbursement of the funds will help to mitigate that. And the delay is affecting their standards of living and exposing them to hardship. We're going to be interrogating this issue further. We'll be speaking shortly with Vanessa Bedi, who's the National Service Personnel Association Executive in Accra. Also, Godfred Boateng from, National Service Personnel, also Frederica Esinam is also going to be joining us. We also have someone online who does not want to be known, but we'll be speaking to him. Let me just go to him. Kofi is what we're going to call him. Hello, Kofi, good evening. Kofi, can you hear me? Hello, good evening, Kofi. I think I'm having difficulties hearing you on the line, so I'm going to speak with Esinam, and when the line stabilizes, I'll come back to you. Does that work for you? Okay, let me just go to Esinam. Hello, Esinam.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Please, I'm good. How are you doing too?
I'm very well. So what exactly is happening? When was the last time you received your national service allowance?
Okay, so for myself, I'm quite fortunate to be in a private organization.
Okay. Is that here in Accra?
Yes, here in Accra.
Okay.
And of which, under the constitution of the national service, it states that the private companies actually have the right to pay their people. So it doesn't come straight from the secretariat.
Okay. So they're mandated to pay you
Good.
something.
Yes.
So you have been receiving your allowance?
Yes, that's very true.
Right. How have your colleagues been affected?
My colleagues have been affected so badly.
So this is mainly those with the government institutions, right?
Yes, mainly with those within the government institution.
The others in your institution who are also on their service, they've also been receiving their allowances regularly?
Yes, on a regular base. On a regular base.
Right. How much exactly do you receive when it's paid out?
That's one of the major issues I've actually been facing with them, because I always ask, you know, the constitution says an individual is supposed to have 559 Ghana cedis, 04 pesos.
Okay.
Yes. So, sorry, 599 Ghana, 559. Yes, it's 559. 04. So, depending on the banks they actually registered with, at the time it will come, then it has been reduced. But if you are fortunate to have been with a good bank, you would receive the same amounts that you are supposed to receive from the organization. So let's say if it is an amount of 100 cedis, at the time it will come from the banks into their wallet, it is, let's say, some receive an amount of 80, some would receive an amount of 70. So that is one major challenge being faced by my colleagues in the private institution here.
How do you cope on 559 cities? Because I understand some of your colleagues are saying it's not enough.
Yes, very true. It's not enough. With the issue of the daily increase in fuel prices, and then the daily increase in the the daily food, prices. So at a day, someone can budget an amount of 10 cedis, let's say 10 cedis, for transportation, and of which the person would end up spending an amount of 15 cedis a day. And calculating this is going to be, it's going to take half of the person's allowance, leaving the person with nothing.
So at the end of the month, you are looking at roughly 360 cedis for transportation.
Yes, 360 cedis.
Interesting. Okay.
Not forgetting the person's daily meal.
Okay.
So
daily meals are affected then. Right. Listen, now let me just go to Godfred, who's also on the line, and I'll come back to you shortly.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Hello, Godfred.
Hello.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
Have you also not been receiving your allowance, or has yours been coming?
I haven't received it yet.
When was the last time you received your allowance?
Okay, since October, I just received one.
Okay,
So far,
you've
I've just
received
received
one
1 month
payment.
payment.
You've received one payment since October.
Since October, yes.
Okay, okay. Have you received any explanation for the delay? Because I see there's an update here from the National Service Personnel Association. Is this an association you have been engaging with?
Okay, I haven't engaged with any of them so far, but I went to the NSS regional office to find out why I've just received one payment so far. And the explanation they gave me was like, it's my fault I've not received it yet.
How is it your fault?
Okay, we were supposed to enter our e-switch on our dashboard, which
Okay.
I didn't do it early. There was a little delay from my part.
So all the payments are done through eSwitch?
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is why you were affected. Were you given a specific time frame to accomplish this task?
We weren't given a specific time frame.
Was it communicated to you to ensure that you put your eSwitch details on the dashboard?
Yeah, it was.
When was this communication released?
When we were doing the registration.
Okay. Are there any other persons you know who have been who've not received their allowances?
A lot of my friends.
And are they people who also did not enter their eSwitch details, or they were able to do it?
No, please. But they have received a 3-month payment so far.
Okay, but they've not received everything.
Received 3 months. Sure. The last 2 months, I think January, February, they've not received it, and this month, we've not received any. But mine is from October.
Have you been given any deadline when you went to the NSS office? Did they tell you when the issue will be resolved for you?
No.
They didn't give you any explanation.
But I think there has been a common issue that we are going to receive it tomorrow. We are going to receive, I think, January payment on 22nd of March, which is tomorrow.
Okay, let me just read that quickly. In the meantime, if you can just adjust your camera for us, because we are looking at your chest instead of your face.
Oh, okay.
But let me just read that, which is a communique that came from the National Service Personnel Association. I'm assuming you are a part of this association, but it says updates on payment of National Service Personnel allowance and matters arising. So the National Executive Committee of the National Service Personnel Association, NASPA, extends its greetings to all personnel and wishes to state that, one, and I'm reading from their letter, we acknowledge the concerns of NSPs and the difficult times personnel in the country are going through. It must be noted, NASPA is and remains the only body that has the mandate to make representation on behalf of national service personnel in the country. Now, upon a series of deliberations with management of the National Service Scheme, we can authoritatively confirm payment of an allowance for the month of January, which will be made on Tuesday, March 22, while we implore the management of the scheme to facilitate payment of allowances for the month of February and March in the shortest possible time. By this, we urge NSPs to remain calm while the national leadership engages the management of the NSS and other stakeholders. It goes on to explain further. But March 22nd, that's just tomorrow. Does that give you? Is that a solution enough for you?
We hope they even adhere to that.
Have they promised you any payments before now? Before this
No,
letter, was there any promise of any payment?
that wasn't. I think that wasn't official though.
Okay, it was
It
not
was
official
just
communication. Okay,
a rumor. Yeah. So,
right, right. But how have you been coping, Godfred, in this time that you haven't been paid?
it's really hard. We try to ask from families and friends for something small so that we can manage.
Okay.
We can manage that.
Okay, so you've been receiving some support from family members.
Sure,
Are,
sure.
are you
Families and
are you a
friends.
member of this National Service Personnel Association?
Yes, please.
Right. Let me just go to the line. I think I have Vanessa Bedi, who's a National Service Personnel Association executive. Hello, Vanessa. Are you there? Right. I think we have issues with Vanessa's line, but she'll join us shortly. We still have Kofi, who I tried to speak with earlier, but couldn't connect over there. Hello, Kofi. Can you hear me now? Hello, Kofi. Right, Kofi, I think we still have issues with your line, but we'll keep trying to connect with you, and hopefully we can speak shortly. Esinam is still on the line with us, so I'll just go to Esinam quickly. Hello, Esinam. Esinam, can you hear me? Please unmute yourself if you can hear me.
Yes, yes, yes. Sorry.
Okay, there you are. So I just read from the letter that was issued by the National Service Personnel Association. Question, are you a member of this association?
Yes, please. Under the constitution of the National Service Personnel, it stated that everybody that is actually posted to a place is
automatically
a member of
Mm.
the association.
Right. Have you been given this information that Godfred was talking about? You should update your dashboard with the eSwitch details.
Yes, that was at the initial point of our registration.
Okay. And did you do that personally?
No, I haven't.
You haven't done that, but you've been receiving yours. Well, because you work with a private institution. Do you think it's the reason why others have not received theirs? You think these are persons who did not update their details on the system?
That I would say it's not true.
Okay.
Because some people, in one way or the other, okay, haven't updated their eSwitch status, but yet receive payment. So it depends, just as I said initially, that it's the bank is safe with. But now, looking at the recent issues, it's not with the bank, but it is with the National Service Secretariat.
Okay, because they're making promises of paying some money, so clearly there are people who haven't received their payments. Does this letter give you some relief that at least, I mean, they've given us March 22nd, does it give you some relief that by tomorrow the payments will be effected?
Well, when it comes to communiques, I know communiques are meant to give hopes to the service persons, but still there were previous communications to them, and of which no amount was given to them. So I can't in no way say it's an assurance to them, and I wouldn't be too dicey about it, but well, it's
okay.
quite.
You are hoping.
Yes,
you're hoping
I'm
they'll
hoping.
stick to it. But what avenues are
Besides,
open? What avenues are open to the service persons if they do not pay? What can the service persons do?
Okay, so with little investigations or with little communications I had with the National Service officials, they said even if you are not giving your money, there is a way of you giving all the monies they didn't give to you at the end of your service.
Okay.
So a letter would be, I think you would write a letter indicated, making sure your supervisor signs, and then it will be assured that, okay, you didn't receive your money at the beginning of your service till now, or at the point in time you stopped receiving your money. They would end up paying you all the monies you were not paid.
Right. Okay, Esinam, thank you so much for your input. I'm going to go back to the Kofi's line because he's just joined the line again. Hello, Kofi. Your line has been very bad. Yes. Good evening. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, the pleasure is fine.
Yes. Where are you joining us from?
I'm calling from OT region.
OT region, I see. And you are a service person?
Yes, please.
When was the last time you received your allowance?
That was December.
December?
Yeah.
Right. Do you work with a private institution or government institution?
No, I work with a government institution.
Okay. Did you receive this communication? Your colleagues mentioned that during registration you had been asked to sign on to your dashboard and input your eSwitch details. Did you receive that communication?
Yes, I did exactly that.
Oh, so you did put in your details?
Yes.
And yet your payments have not come?
Well, I have received payment for
just December?
The initial month, including December. Yes, for January, February, and March that we are in now.
Who have you approached about these problems?
Well, we've actually lodged complaints to our district level leaders and the district office here.
And what were the explanations you received?
They indicated to us that they were following up and that the monies were going to be paid as soon as possible.
Okay. Now, have you seen the update from the National Service Personnel Association, which promises to pay by tomorrow?
Yes, I've actually perused the stage update.
Does this give you any relief?
Well, at the point in time... Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, at the point in time, that's the least they could do, actually.
Okay, right.
Yeah, even though I sincerely think they delayed for too long.
Okay.
At the point in time, that's the least they could do. But then personally for me, I think for a second we should take away the fact that the National Service Personnel Association even exists.
Why?
So let's even say there is nothing called NASPA, right?
Okay.
It's the Ghana National Service saying that if for any reason they cannot make payment to us as they are supposed to, they cannot communicate that to us, particularly when they have our telephone numbers and our emails and all that. Nothing prevents them from doing probably a bulk SMS or bulk SMS blast or email, right? If they couldn't even have done that, the public relations outfit of the scheme could equally have issued a communique.
Okay.
So I think that NSS itself could have done that. Now to the fact that NASPA came in very, very, very late. I think initially when all this came up, if we had heard from either of them, we would have been more calm as compared to how we are now. But even in the third communication, they are just indicating to us that they are going to make payments tomorrow. We hope sincerely they make payments tomorrow. But then the truth of the matter is, it is not satisfying enough for you to come and just tell me I'll be paid tomorrow.
Right.
At the very least, you should be telling me why we have even gotten here in the first place. Do you get me?
I totally understand, Kofi.
Yes. Then you add up to say that, okay, you'll be paid at this time. So we are just hope that tomorrow, exactly by midday, they would have made payment for January as they say.
Right. Right. Thank you so much, Kofi. Kofi is a national service person serving in the OT region, and he just joined us to explain his side of the issue. National service allowances have not been paid in the last few months. The National Service Personnel Association has released a letter promising that there will be some payments effected tomorrow, March 22. We are going to be following this story and bringing you the updates if they do pay or if they do not. We'll also be following up with the national service persons. We did invite some members of the executives of the National Service Personnel Association. Unfortunately, they could not join us. But thank you so much to Frederica Esinam, a national service person, Godfred Boating, also a national service person. We spoke to him earlier, and Kofi from the OT region. Very grateful for your time. We're going to take a quick break on Spotlight. We'll be right back. Oh, I think. Welcome back to Spotlight. Now to the issue of the opening of land borders, which have been closed as a COVID-19 measure, and that has been closed for quite a while. In the time that these borders have been closed, there have been a lot of agitation for them to be opened, especially from the Jomoro area. Jomoro Member of Parliament, who is Dorcas Afotofe, is going to join us online. She's one of the people who have been very vocal about the opening of these borders. We're going to be finding out from her shortly. During the time that these borders were closed, she and some other people embarked on a demonstration for the opening of these borders. Let's go to that and come back to the discussion. Stay.
Demonstration because the land borders in Ghana have been closed for way too long. It's been almost 2 years. Our people at the border towns are suffering. As you can tell, people are crying. People that went for bank loans cannot repay. Lives have been lost. Marriages have been broken. People are committing suicide. The whole town is getting into like a ghost place because people are moving out of this place. So people are suffering. They can't pay school fees. Marriages are just turning apart. A lot of things are happening. A lot of hardships. So we are doing this demonstration to tell the government that we should really pay attention and do something about the reopening of the borders because it's been closed for way too long. The airports have been reopened, but the land borders have not been opened. And it's really affecting the livelihood of our people. We've done everything. As a member of parliament, I did a statement. I called on the interior minister to ask him about the closure of the border. Nothing has been done. So we are hoping that by doing this demonstration, it will help us. The government will really hear us to do something. And that is why we are doing this demonstration. It's a peaceful one. We are only pleading to the government, our father, Abu Fadu Danato, to do something because people are really suffering at the border towns. You can tell a lot of people are crying. Things are happening. Lives are being lost, and something needs to be done. After all, the disease, we were told that the reason why the land borders were closed was as a result of this COVID-19. But lives that have been taken away or people that are dying, it's more than even the COVID-19. Out of frustration, hunger, and all that. So we are pleading. The disease is not, it didn't come from Ghana. It came from abroad. But the airports have been reopened. Yet the land borders haven't been reopened. So we are pleading. Anything that he can do, I'm sure if he opens the land borders, there are proper measures put in place. So that at least the people can have back their lives. Because it's been closed for way too long. So we are asking him to do something about it.
Welcome back to Spotlight. These land borders were closed on March 21, 2020. It's been quite a long time. We have Dorcas Afotofe, who's Member of Parliament for Jomoro. You just saw her in the video there during the demonstration, and she is on the line with us. Hello, Madam. Good evening. Hello, Honorable. Thank you so much for joining us on Spotlight. Now, according to information we've gathered so far, government intends to open these borders in the next 2 weeks. How are you receiving this information?
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity to speak to me this evening. I'm very excited. I am just praying and hoping that it would actually come to pass because it's way overdue. So we're just hoping for the best. I hope it is not just something that they are just saying, but actually it will come to pass because, like I said, it's way, way, way overdue. I mean, our people have suffered enough. It's been over 2 years. You heard it from the previous interview that you just played, all the various things that I made mention of, and it's still going on. And we've just been fasting and praying and hoping that our cry and plead would reach the government. So I'm very happy. When I got the news, I haven't been feeling well, but I was very happy. Today I've got a lot of calls. I think you guys are the first TV station that I'm actually speaking to. I am not well, but because it has everything to do with the border, I've decided to make the time to speak to you. So it's very important, and I'm very excited about it, and I hope it really, really comes to pass.
What are your constituents saying? It's been 2 years since March 21, 2020. How are they reacting to this?
I mean, what can they do? It has become a normal thing for them. The only thing they can do is to pray, is to hope for the best. Anytime I go there, they would still come up with the same concerns. I mean, I am not new to it. I go there very often. It is my constituency. So I've actually seen what they've gone through. People that went to banks for loans cannot repay. The whole place have actually turned into a ghost town now. A lot of people have relocated. They've moved back to their various towns. Because it's a border area, a lot of people that are there are not from the area. They've moved from various towns in all parts of Ghana. So because there's nothing going on, they've all moved back. So the place is really not as active as it was. And the people are very, very, very desperate and very broken. There's nothing going on for them. They felt like their livelihood have come to a halt. Nothing for them.
Do you think some of them will be returning now that the borders are going to be open?
Come again?
Do you think some of them will be returning now that the borders are going to be open?
Absolutely, yes.
Right.
I mean, that is their business places. So I'm sure that when it actually comes to pass, when the borders get reopened, they'll definitely come back. I'm hoping because that's what they've been doing, their businesses. So I'm sure they'll come back. I mean, the news have gone out. I've gotten a lot of calls from the constituents, and we're all saying that let's just keep our fingers crossed and keep praying and hope that the president will actually keep his word. So they're very excited and they're hopeful. So let's see what happens.
At this point, do you think this is going to in any way help to revamp economic activity in the area? Because in previous episodes, we're made to understand that there had been a slowdown of activities in the area and people's standards of living was affected. Is this going to push trading back up?
Absolutely. That is what they know to do. That is what they've been doing. They're trading. And that is what we've been campaigning. We've been pleading, fighting, did the demonstration, everything that we had to do to reach out to the government to reopen the border for them, because that is how they earn their living. So I'm sure when the border is or the borders are reopened, definitely, they will go back to their normal activities and trade will revamp again, and activities will go on. Their livelihood will be back in, and I think they will go back in doing their businesses.
Thank you, Honorable Dorcas Afotofe. I'm going to come back to you shortly, but we have Daniel Enim on the line, who's an economist, and I just want to get his opinion on this. Hello, Daniel. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes. 2 years, Daniel. The borders have been closed for 2 years. Was that too long a time, or was it just appropriate to rein in the virus?
I may say we have to look at it from both sides. I think in during the wake of getting the virus, it became very necessary for the government to close the borders as part of the measures. And in that direction, it was a necessary evil. Now, the other aspect of the equation is that because we have most of our citizens along the border whose livelihood depends on activities along the border, commerce along the border, they were highly or hardly hit by the closure of the border. And you recall that during the peak of the pandemic, government initiated some moves, but only for about 3 months or so. So as it stands now, they have been hit more aside the COVID-19 in terms of comments, in terms of livelihood. They have been hit very hard, and that's the reason which the call to reopen the border, to me, is a step in the right direction, because after now the pandemic is quite okay, and opening the border to allow commerce to flow, people to do businesses and trade, I think is a step in the right direction.
Do you think that this had any major economic impact on the local economy, the closure of the borders in this particular town?
Yeah, it does. If you are familiar with the border towns, I'm very familiar with the Apalao border. That's our border with Togo. A lot of commerce goes on there, a lot of trading activities. Young people, the youth, earn their living by virtue of the fact that they assist in the transportation of goods from Togo or from Lomé to Ghana and vice versa. So most of them, their livelihood depends on the economic activities along the border. So once the border was closed, what it means is that it came to a halt. And so it has really affected the economics, also to speak, or livelihood along the border. To the extent, what I have gathered is that people were even compelled to relocate to the capital city to come and hustle for livelihood. And then what it means is that most of them do not have means of accommodation here. They have to come and sleep in kiosks and a whole lot. So it has really affected the livelihood, has affected commerce along the border towns. And not only the people around the border. I know people who are in Accra whose business is dependent on activities along the border, because they buy goods from Togo to their communities, and some of them bring it to Accra here. Others also bring it to Accra, give it to their clients, and go there to. So it has really affected livelihood. But as I indicated earlier, it's a necessary evil. But I think that now the time is ripe for the authorities to consider reopening the border, and a step in reopening the border is something that should be welcomed by all of us, because indeed it has really affected economic activities along the border towns, even to an extension. It has really even affected people operating in Accra here and beyond, because of transportation or transport of goods and services from Lomé and to the capital city of Accra and even beyond.
Right. Dr. Enim, thank you so much. Let me just go to Mr. Michael Owusu. Sorry, Dr. Michael Owusu, who's a clinical microbiologist. He's on the line with us, and I just want to get that aspect of this conversation from him. Hello, good evening, doctor.
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you so much for joining us on Spotlight. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Fantastic. We're just discussing the proposed opening of the borders that have been closed for some 2 years. Do you think this is the appropriate time to open the borders?
Yeah, good evening once again. I have followed the story by
Dr. Owusu, if you could please speak up for us, we can barely hear you.
Yeah, hello.
That's
is it okay now?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, so I have followed the story and also have listened to considerations being made to reopen the land borders. Ideally, if you look at the COVID situation around the world, and the fact that there are some form of surges in certain parts of the world, you will be a bit hesitant in trying to go that direction. But again, in our situation as Ghanaians, for almost 2.5 months now, we've not had any significant surges. And the fact that the variants we have known are still the variants in the system, which appears, it seems to appear that we have some level of immunity over this. So yes, this has been done, which is good. I mean, considering the economic situations of people in the country, the fact that times are hard, and therefore you want to take some approaches to balance the economic needs of people as against the public health measures you put in place. But then one advice would be that as soon as you take measures like this, which have the potential of causing some surges, especially if any variants come into place, then quickly you will have to step up your public health measures, put in things like testing, maybe testing at the port sites.
In that particular area, or do you mean for that particular area?
Of course, the various ports of entries. There are what we call mobile laboratories that can be deployed at these areas to ensure that people are tested. Even the rapid antigen test could be deployed. And so as many people as possible are screened to ensure we limit possible importation of variants that may occur in the course of this. I'm hopeful that it is unlikely we may have any variants coming, looking at the fact that for a long time we have not seen this, but we may never know. You can't predict the virus. So whilst you look at the airports, people coming in through the airports, you still want to put in some significant measures at these ports of entry to ensure that even if one or two people have to come in with some of these variants, you can pick them up and then at least put in your measures. So, I mean, looking at where we are as a country, of course, you will have to consider the economic situation of people. But then, as you do that, we have to still step up the public health measures to ensure that we don't also put the population at
Thank you so much. Dr. Michael Owusu is a microbiologist. He's telling us some measures he believes should be instituted in order to ensure that there is no spike of the virus in the border towns. I'm going to go back to Member of Parliament for Jomoro. Hello, Madam. Are you still on the line?
Yeah.
Right. Now, in the meantime, what measures do you think the people can take themselves to ensure that there's no, increase in cases of the virus as the borders open?
Well, they have learned to live with the disease because it has come to stay. And so the same thing they've been doing. I mean, the government is reopening the borders. He has not put any measures in place. I'm not sure yet because it hasn't officially been announced. So I cannot, say anything that I'm not too sure of. But I think they will still continue to do what they have to do, like practicing the normal thing they've been doing, which is the normal protocol, washing of hands, wearing masks, and whatever have you. So they will still continue to do all that, unless, of course, the government put in place this antigen testing. Just as it's happening at the airport, then, of course, people will pay and get those tests done. But if there is nothing like that, they will continue. We will continue to advocate, to educate them, to understand that there is a need for them to wear their mask, wash their hands, and do all the necessary things that they need to do. Of course, get vaccinated. A lot of people, I'm sure by now, have been vaccinated, so that would also help. So they will do what they've been doing since the borders have been closed. They're going on with their daily life, so they will continue to do so.
Thank you so much, Madam Dorcas Afo-Tofe. She's Member of Parliament for Jomoro area, just giving us her opinion there about the opening of the borders. Of course, she's very elated. So are her constituents. Thank you so much. I'm going to go back to Dr. Daniel Enim, who's still on the line. He's an economist. Hello, Mr. Enim. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please unmute your line. Okay. I think we've lost Dr. Enim there, but he was just letting us know that this will have a direct impact on the local economy and will serve to improve trading activities at the border towns. And so we're going to be following the story, of course, and we'll be giving you updates right here on MX24 television. But before that, I should let you know that the MX Independence Fair is coming off this Saturday and Sunday at our forecourt at the Silicon Square in East Legon. Everybody's invited. It's free for the public. There are going to be performances, open-air concerts. You want to be part of it. There are going to be so many sales by so many made-in-Ghana brands. You want to come by and experience the discounts, sales that will be going on here. There's food, there's clothing, and all kinds of things available for you to enjoy. We are also still registering vendors. If you're a vendor and you want to be part of the Made in Ghana Fair, especially if you're a Made in Ghana vendor producing fantastic Made in Ghana products, you want to be part of this fair, just give us a call. The number to call for us to register you is 0550 500 555. I'll take that again. That's 0550 500 555. That is for the MX Made in Ghana Fair, which you definitely want to be part of. It's on the 26th and 27th of March at the forecourt here at the Silicon Square. Also, if you have been watching us, know that there is the Bezo Susu Jollof World Cup promo on March 25th. There's going to be a settling of a long-standing war at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. And guess what? You can get a free ticket and a branded jersey to go and watch the match live with Bezo Susu. Now, Bezo Susu is a savings platform which allows you to save easily and conveniently on your phone. To stand a chance of winning a ticket and a jersey, please keep watching MX24 television and follow the following steps. You sign up on Bezo Susu. The website is bezosusu.com. You go there and you sign up. You send a referral code to your friends and family to also sign up. Once you get your referrals, to create the Jollof savings goal and deposit only 2 Ghana cedis. Now share a screenshot of that via DM at Bezo Susu on Instagram. Now that's at Bezo Susu is BEZOSUSU on Instagram, and then you stand a chance to be part of 20 winners to join the Bezo Susu Jama Bus. Now, winners will be announced on the 23rd of March on Bezo Susu social media pages. 23rd of March is very close, so please rush. Go to the website and sign up at bezosusu.com. And on behalf of the entire production team here at MX24, we want to thank you for spending 1 hour of your evening with us on Spotlight. We're grateful for your time. We'll be right here, same time tomorrow, 5 p.m. sharp. The news comes up at 6:30 p.m. Don't go away. Good evening.
March is here, and on MX24, it's GH Month. As part of the month-long activities to celebrate exceptional Ghanaian products and services, we're organizing a 2-day pop-up shop and sales exhibition, the Ghana Independence Fair, happening on the 26th and 27th of March 2022 at MX24, Silicon Square, Boundary Road, East Legon. It'll be 2 days of sales exhibitions, workshops, pitch sessions, a food fair, and open-air concert. Get your stand now. Exhibit and benefit from a month-long exclusive promotional package for Ghanaian-owned businesses. Visit mx24online.com to register your business now. You can also call 055 0500 555 or 024 235 5956. The Ghana Independence Fair on the 26th and 27th of March. Buy Ghana to grow Ghana. If you're into content production for digital or TV, say hello to the MX24 Studios. We're the prime location for your music video shoots, live productions, TV shows, and more. From state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K and a variety of the best lighting equipment guaranteed to put life into your sets. Locate us on the first floor of the Silicon House building off the Boundary Road, East Legon. Give us a call on 024 235 5956 or 054 454 8612. You can also email us at info@mx24gh.com.
real. Yeah, Araji.
Tabani music.
She says she know they like me again. She know they like me again. She say I know